Hello and welcome back to Warsword Conquest, and I'm just going to sell my loot that we gained from the solo dungeon run, and we actually did pretty well in my opinion, and hopefully we're going to be able to do something similar to that in this one as well. So apart from that, I was kind of hoping that maybe we'd find something really interesting in the tavern here. Yeah, it's probably going to be a bit unlikely that that's going to happen. Oh, the Dark Ogre Man-Eater might be a pretty useful... Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna recruit one. Might be a pretty useful unit to get. And oh my, a mercenary gold sorceress. Okay, wait. It's just one of them. One of them for 3,600. Are you joking? That is so incredibly expensive. Wow. All right. Yeah, sure. There you go. Okay, that's absolutely fantastic. So. Let me actually just see here. I just want to make sure that most of my people... Yeah, okay. We basically have no infantry, which is a little bit... Maybe a little bit problematic. Just a little bit, you know, just a little bit. Anyway, I'm going to be making my way over. I kind of wish there was a dungeon up in the top left here. I think that would be pretty fun, but unfortunately there isn't. So we're going to just go down to this dungeon instead. Now, one thing that I want to do, obviously, is I think that the dungeons are actually a really good way for me to level up as well. I don't know whether you've noticed, but we do actually get some pretty decent experience by doing that. Going to drink a potion of knowledge as well, because I did have one in my inventory. And so that's the thing. If we can complete dungeons just purely by... you know, killing enemies, then we're going to level up and we're going to get a significant amount of loot in the process as well, and we're also going to get legendary pieces of gear. And I'm kind of hoping that we might get the I don't even know what I'm really referring to right here, but something that actually provides us with a little bit more, you know, oomph when it comes to our assassination style here. Now, obviously, we did get the lesser white blade from the previous dungeon run, and from my perspective, I feel like this is an absolutely incredible weapon. But I'm a bit worried about it because, I mean, look at this: 12% chance to get an insta-kill every hit. In my opinion, this is really, really good. So, do you think I should use it? That's the question. Do you think I should use it? Shall I try it out? Should I try it out in this dungeon run and actually see what happens? Let's try it out, okay? Let's try it out because I'm interested. Alright, so here we go. We've spawned in. Now we have this enemy over here. Nice. That wasn't even a headshot. I have 9 healing potions. And if I can just sneak around as much as possible, we're probably going to have a pretty decent time here. Now, I am going to obviously check for the chests. I know for certain that there are chests around here. There's someone shooting at me. Nice hit. Nice hit. He's dead. Okay, wonderful. Now, these Bolt Fiends, they are actually a bunch of units in my party, and they are very deadly, as we've seen. So, it's probably a good idea to be a little bit careful on that. Let's try and kill this guy. Oh, hello there. Try and kill that. There we go. Okay, yeah. No, that was a waste. Okay, here we go. Oh, wow. That wasn't even the insta-kill. That wasn't even the insta... was that the insta-kill? Surely not. It's going to tell me when it procs, right? It's going to tell me when there's an insta-kill happening. That guy's got a gun. Are you joking? Oh, no. Okay, we got to be a little bit careful here, because this guy's got a gun, or he has a hand crossbow. I don't think he has a gun, surely, but I have to be careful here, because obviously, as we've seen, you can get shot through the wall. Is that a gun? Is that a gun he has? No, it isn't. It's a hand crossbow. Okay. I'm actually perfectly fine with that. I was thinking to myself, why does a Dark Elf have a gun? You know? All intents and purposes, that was not going to be the case. You know, surely he's not going to have a gun. So, very, very pleased that he did not. And now, let me actually just take a look. There might be a chest behind this gate over here. Nope, there isn't. And I'm just making sure that I don't... You know, I'm just looking pretty methodically right now. I don't want to spend too long searching, because most likely it's either going to be in a really easy to spot place, or it's going to be something that I just can never find. You know, that generally tends to be the case for me. Yeah, unfortunately these guys are going to probably do some pretty good damage to me right now. Got to be a little bit careful here. Nice. What's actually going on with these guys? They just die instantly? What's actually happening with that? Okay, there we go. That was a cold one night. Don't get shot. Don't get shot in the face. That would be nice. But there we go. There's usually a chest somewhere around here. There's no more opponent to fight, so we should be fine. And no, I haven't found the chest. Okay, that means that I've obviously missed it somewhere, or it is just somewhere really, really fiendish, and I'm not going to be able to find it. So there you have it. That's it. That's yeah, that's going to be it. I'm going to assume that you've seen it, right? I guess you saw it, and now I'm in a pretty bad situation. Oh, hello. Nice, nice hit, nice hit. Oh, wow, you have a lot of HP. Wow, okay. That was very impressive. Okay, so this is up. There we go. There's the chest. Isn't that always the way? It's so funny because in many cases, I'm looking around infinitely in one level, and then in the next level, I just have no issues whatsoever, and I can immediately spot the chest. Don't know why that happens, but yeah, anyway. I did reload, so let's see if I can kill this. Nice headshot, there we go, and we can maybe get another one. There we go, another nice headshot. Wow, my aim is so off. My aim is so off. Even though I did manage to get the headshots, I can just tell that my aim is really not very good. I haven't played FPS games in such a long time. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm actually being shot by 2 people across the way there, but I'm just going to continue running here just to ignore them for the moment. And let's see if I can kill them now. Nice headshot. Unfortunately, not a kill. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? You're being annoying. That's what you're doing. Oh, there's more people. There's more people shooting at me. This is a bit problematic. Nice headshot. Still not a kill, though. Wow, okay. That's really bad. Nice headshot. Good. Nice. Okay, don't get killed, don't get killed. Nice. Okay, there we go. Wonderful. I'm really worried about this. I could die very easily here. Nice headshot. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, thank you. All right. Okay, this should be okay. This should be fine. Now we just need to make our way to the exit. There's only 1 enemy remaining as far as I can tell. I don't think there's anything else that we need to worry about. This guy, is he pretty hard? Yeah, he might be pretty difficult, actually. Yeah, but there we go. Not bad. He basically didn't have a shield, so a little bit easier for us to deal with. Oh, no, there's another enemy. Is he a crossbowman, though? No, he is not. Okay, that's fine. Or is it? Okay, there we go. No, that was an insta-kill right there. Okay, so the insta-kill is not actually displayed in the text log. Usually it used to be when I had another kind of weapon, but I assume with the lesser white blade, it does not display that for some reason. I actually don't know why, but apparently it doesn't. So yeah, we're just gonna have to just count on the fact that it's probably going to be fine. Okay, there we go. We can now move forward. Wonderful. Okay, let's take a look. Is this one... Oh, wait a minute. I haven't done... Oh, no, I'm going to get shot. No, 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 no. Don't get shot, you absolute imbecile. Nice hit. Nice hit. Oh. Nice. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That is absolutely fantastic. Okay. Be careful. Be careful. Oh, I know this place. Okay, yeah, I know this one. Okay, be careful, be careful, be careful. There we go, you're dead. Okay, anyone else? There's no doubt going to be some people up there, in my opinion. That's usually where quite a few people are. But maybe they've already come down because they saw us or something like that. Well, no. Apparently they did. They didn't come down, as I said. Yeah, they do tend to be up there quite often with ranged characters, and that was very dangerous. I mean, as you saw, we actually did manage to dodge, and that was the entire reason why I didn't immediately die there. Because if he had actually attacked our head, I think we may have died. We may have died. He was a Dark Shard, as far as I remember, and so. You know, that unit does have some pretty decent skill. And they're very capable of doing those wonderful one-shot kills. Okay, no chest here. Unfortunate. I was looking around, making sure that we didn't miss out on it. And if I can achieve victory here, I'm going to be really pleased. But also, let's face it, I'm getting good experience for this too. And bear in mind, this is in a more controlled environment than actually going into a battle. Because if we were to go into a battle right now, it would be more than likely that I would probably just end up dying. Because, I mean, you're up against so many enemies, right? It's more of a case of, oh yeah, there's loads of enemies. It's going to be a bit problematic. It's going to be kind of hard to separate the enemies from each other. And they're all going to kind of gang up on you a little bit, and then that's going to be somewhat difficult to deal with. Let's just kill that. There we go. Oh, wow, that was nice. Yeah, I feel like the sword is actually doing a nice job, but I do miss my dual wield, because the dual wielding is so fun, you know? It is really, really fun, and I kind of miss it, but oh well. I don't know. I mean, maybe there's going to be something that I can actually purchase from one of the special merchants once we get to level 30. Because there's no way that I'm going to be able to complete 10 tournaments. Unless you're really good at it, of course. Okay, wait a minute. Oh dear. This is a hard one, I think. Yeah, this is... oh dear. This is one of those that's very, very close proximity. Yep, there's an enemy there. Gonna try and shoot him. Nice headshot. Anyone else? Anyone else? I don't see anyone. Gotta be... there's a chest. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Okay, no one is there. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so we're gonna just loot the chest. Okay, we got a... a Dark Elf Guard Helm. This is actually... surprisingly enough, this is actually not even entirely bad, but obviously we don't have enough strength right now to really put something like this on, but this would definitely make a huge difference to us being able to survive headshots a little bit more than what we're currently wearing. Let's be a little bit careful here. There's an enemy in there, as you can see, by his cloak. Oh, well, there's... oh, never mind. There's a lot of people. Okay. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to run away a little bit here, and then I'm gonna have to shoot them in the face as they come up. Alright. Whew. That was... that was a bit nerve-wracking, but this is exactly the reason why I say I think it's probably easier to go into these places by yourself. Because, yeah, there we go. I'm going to actually take a healing potion here. I'm not going to take any chances. I'm not going to take any chances. There's no reason for me to hold back in terms of using my healing potions. I might as well. You know what I mean? I might as well. I've got 9 of them. So it's very much necessary for me to make the most of that. Let's try and kill this Blackguard here. Let's try to not get killed by the rest. They're just going straight at me right here, which is really bad. I'm not going to attack while we run away. Let's try not to get shot in the face. Let's kill this guy. There we go. Because here's the thing, I don't know whether you know this, but if you're attacking in this game, in this mod, you are going to gain a lot less dodge than if you were to remain static with your attacks. So you're going to have a much easier time dodging like that. So if you're running away or if you're running towards someone, try not to attack until you absolutely have to. It's going to be an extremely important strategy to utilize, especially in these cases. Unless you actually want to dodge or block or something like that. You know, I mean, not dodge, but you know what I mean. Not the actual ability dodge, but dodging as in moving your A and D keys and so on and so forth, you know, all that stuff. It's going to be very important to do it that way. Okay, so this guy's obviously making himself out to be one of the best duelists in the land, and thankfully we don't really have to worry about that too much. And they're all dead. Very nice. And we basically took no damage. However, this is one thing that I gotta mention. I think that in general, if you were to play as a skeletal character and get the sword, that I think it drains life. Doesn't it drain life or something like that? Isn't there a sword that does that? I'm actually not entirely sure. I can't remember now. But there is a sword that, if you are undead, is going to provide you. I think it's skeletal only. Is it skeletal only, or is it with vampires as well? I'm actually not entirely sure, but whatever the case, there is a sword that does that. And can you imagine coming into a dungeon solo? You've got a lot of stealthy ways of, you know, going through the dungeon. But let's say that you have the ability to heal yourself with the wonderful sword. It's going to make everything so nice, because you're going to have dodge. You're going to have all these wonderful ways of recovering your HP. I couldn't find the chest for some reason in here. I don't know why, but there you go. We managed to make it to the very end, if you can believe that. Okay, so we did get the Lance of the Sacred Eye. Not sure if that's actually any good. It doesn't seem very good right now, but maybe it's actually really amazing. I mean, it does 40 piercing damage, which I think is actually really good, but I'm obviously not going to be using a lance. But there you go, look at that. Medium dungeons give you around 30 renown, long dungeons give you 40 renown, and short dungeons give you around 20 renown. And that's the reason why I've consistently said it's actually really, really good to try and get that done as soon as possible, because getting your renown up is so incredibly important. And that's the thing. Do we want to go for looting skill now? I guess I'll probably go for looting skill here, because there isn't anything else that I really want to go for. As you can see, I don't want to go for spotting. I don't really want to go for willpower. Willpower, what does that actually provide me as a dark elf? I don't think it actually gives me anything. Increases chance of appearing in subsequent battle phases after being wounded in battle. That actually could be somewhat useful, but it's probably not going to be a skill that I'll dump a lot of points into. So I will go for looting, because that is actually going to provide me with a direct benefit. And there you go, we managed to achieve victory here, surprisingly so. And I actually don't know, do I have anyone on a mount? No, it doesn't seem like we have anyone on a mount anyway. Alright, so we actually have an event on our hands here. You come across a crystal clear pond which is blessed by the winds of magic. Flowing mana of multiple colors shimmer and jump across the surface and through the reeds on the bankside. Alright, so let's I mean, I'm always interested about these kinds of events. Someone actually told me in the comments that there is a possibility that some of these events actually do reduce your stats. And, well, I'm not going to go on a huge rant about that kind of thing, but I'm not a big fan of that. I actually really enjoy events that allow you to choose things, like, for example, this. I think it's really, really cool that it gives you a choice, obviously, and it's not just a linear, you know, linear result where it just goes, oh yeah, this random event just happened and you ended up losing 5 iron flesh or something like that. But no, However, I am not a big fan of events that have the possibility of losing you any kind of stat at all, because obviously in a game like this where you have a limited amount of experience to gain, and there are actually no other ways for you to recover your statistics or skills, it is going to be a bit difficult to make that work. So we'll try it, and we'll see. You bring your party to a halt and walk slowly into the pond until all that can be seen is a few bubbles and ripples above your head. The mana flows through your body, and we gain 1 point in the magic skill. Okay, there you go. That's actually really cool. I love those, okay? I love those kinds of events, even though I am not really going to use magic. I mean, I don't think I'm going to use magic. It's probably unlikely. But as I said to you before, I was kind of thinking that maybe I would, because maybe there's going to be a way for me to actually get some magic that provides me with some massive benefit as an assassin. I don't know whether there are any bits of magic that actually provide me with some kind of combat benefit, like, you know, haste or something like that, you know, providing us with haste or providing us with some kind of way of moving faster, attacking faster, something along those lines. Some of those things can really make a huge difference. Anyway, we're just going to tell our infantry to go in the front there, even though I only have 2 of them, which is not really going to make any difference. The reason why we're going in here, by the way, against these guys is pure and simple. They have really, really good prisoners. That's it. They just have really, really good prisoners, and that's all. That is the only reason. Because if they didn't have any prisoners, I'd probably be like, nah, I'm not going to go in here because there's literally just 20 of them or something, and I don't really care about fighting 20 Skaven. You know, I'm more invested in attacking about, you know, 50 to 60 of them at this point, because we can pretty accurately, you know, handle around, you know, 40 plus units at this moment in time, because we do have some really, really good troops. But this is the reason. Look at this: a Dread Master, some Nagaroth Assassins, Dark Elf Executioners, a Dread Knight. All of these are amazing troops. The Nagaroth Shade, not so much, but I'm going to actually swap out this Sharpshooter here because I wouldn't mind getting the Dark Rider. I think the Dark Rider, yes, they do become Cold One Knights. So that's going to be really, really nice for us. And we're just going to take some of these. Obviously, as I said before as well, the Skaven actually do drop really good cheese, which is really, I mean, it's pretty ironic considering they are indeed, obviously, rats. But it's funny because they do actually drop some good cheese, and it sells for a decent amount in the process. So I'm pretty happy with that. Anyway, there is a lance here, as I said before. I don't know whether I'm really going to be doing anything with it. Yeah, at the moment I'm a little bit skeptical, because it is indeed one of those things where you just kind of go, well, I'd like to use it, and I'd like to give it to someone that can actually use it properly. But the problem with it is I don't actually have a companion that is using a mount at the moment, which is obviously a big problem. And let me actually just see what's going on here. Okay, yeah, we've got these guys actually attacking us right here. This is actually not going to go very well, because they actually outnumber us massively. So this is going to be a bit of a problem. Can I... Wait a minute. Can I retreat right now? Yep. There we go. Okay, that is hilarious. That was so funny. Did you see that? My Dark Ogre Leadbelcher just saved me. Just absolutely saved me right there. Because if it hadn't been for that guy shooting into the massive conglomerate of units, and me being able to just retreat straight away and actually have the positive kill-death ratio, then we would have had, well, probably a pretty big problem on our hands. But thankfully, no, that was not the case. Okay, so I'm just going to wait here for a little bit of time. I'm going to assume that these guys are going to come over here and try to raid this village, or at the very least, they're probably going to try and retake something. As you can see, they're trying to take this back, which I would actually like to get inside there and actually defend. We gained 3,500 from our weekly wages as well, by the way. It might be kind of cool to go into the caravan here. Yeah, you know what? We're going to actually do that. Hand over all your goods. There we go. Let's do it. 68 against 28. This should theoretically be one of the easiest attacks that we have ever seen, but as you might expect, things don't always go according to plan. So it may not very well go that well here. So let's just see. Let's just see what happens. I mean, we've got a huge amount of crossbowmen here, and the enemy is just standing there. Really? Are they gonna do that again? Okay. All right, fine. I mean, there is an option in the menus that allows me to disable defensive positions, and it basically just forces the opponent into charging, but they still have the ability to use formations and things like that. But I actually don't know how good that's going to be, because from a perspective of, oh yeah, I want the AI to be a little bit more interactive, a little bit more dynamic about how they act in combat. Well, it's kind of sad, isn't it? It's kind of sad to make them charge all the time, but that's the thing. If you don't do that, then you get this kind of situation where it's kind of... Yes. Yeah. Where it's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying because now we are the ones that have to, you know, take the offensive push. And no offense, but I don't really want to do that because it's going to put my people in unnecessary risk. It's going to make us move forward, and as you see, it's going to make me die. It's going to make me die almost instantaneously because they have some really, really good, you know, gunners, and of course they're going to be the primary reason why we actually take significant damage, of course. But, well, it's not that bad. That's the funny thing. Like, us being on this hill right here, this is obviously a fantastic place for us to be, but are you serious right now? Yeah, I mean, that happens to me every single time. I don't know what to really say about that, other than that I think that Warband has, I don't know, Warband always does that. I'm not sure why that happens, because we actually do have a pretty decent amount of surgery skill, don't we? I think we have like, oh no, we've only got 3. Yeah, we've only got 3. That's not really that much. But basically, what I'm trying to refer to here is the fact that these enemies basically just randomly kill one of my most expensive units. And that seems to happen almost all the time. Like, no, without fail, basically. Without fail, they always seem to be extremely likely to kill pretty much any of your high-level troops. It doesn't really matter, you know, who they are. As long as it's a high-level troop, they're most likely going to kill that. And that is a huge issue, in my opinion. That's a really, really big issue, and Warband has never really solved that kind of problem. It happens in Pendor as well, by the way, so it's not a mod issue, it's not a Warsword Conquest issue or anything like that. Nothing to do with the mods. It's all to do with Warband being kind of weird with its calculations when it comes to casualties. Because in Pendor, you know, when you get to late game, and this is obviously a very different gameplay experience because you have the ability to purchase these potions that provide you with exceptional stats, and you can basically do that infinitely as long as you can continue to eliminate the unique spawns in the world. And once you've done that, you are very easily going to be able to gain, you know, companions that have 10 in surgery, actually 14 in surgery, in fact. And on top of that, you also have the ability to create your own knighthood order, and that indeed then translates into having units that are absolutely enormous powerhouses of damage and destruction. However, and this is where I'm getting to the whole casualties thing, the highest level units, even though they have the most powerful protections available, they've got the greatest armor, they've got the greatest weapons and everything, that still doesn't make any difference because Warband and the way that it works, it still provides you with a significant amount of casualties with these higher tier units. And the funny thing is that if you have lower tier units and higher tier units in the battle, the higher tier ones are going to die more often than the lower tier ones. And I find that absolutely ridiculous. I don't know why that happens, but it does. It's just how it is. It's just how Warband has coded the casualties calculations, I suppose. Anyway, I kind of want to go into another dungeon, but I actually also wanted to attack one of the Chaos Dwarf vassals. Ah, never mind, wait a minute. We actually do seem to be attacking one of the Chaos Dwarf towns, which I would very much like to participate in, if we can. Or I could just go and raid this village. That might be pretty fun. Let me actually just have a look. Oh yeah, there's a load of people here. Alright, so yeah, what we're going to do is I'm just going to go here. We're going to raid the village. I don't know how this is going to go, because I only have one looting skill, of course. I mean, one looting skill isn't really going to give me a huge amount of stuff, but as you can see, we have, look at that, take the most expensive 23 out of 30 items. I don't even have enough space in my inventory for that, do I? Apparently I do. Apparently I do have enough space in my inventory. That's crazy. I didn't even realize that, but there you go. All right, that's wonderful. And now we can just leave, and then we can just go straight on over to Karond Kar. The cattle is obviously coming with me. Someone actually said that you can take the cattle to the guild master and he'll buy them intact without you having to butcher them or anything like that. I'm not entirely sure if they're going to provide me with more money than if you were to slaughter them, but I'm going to see, okay? We're going to see what happens with that, because I'm actually intrigued, because that's something that I didn't know before, and that must be a new thing that was implemented in Warsword Conquest more than anything else. And we're just going to speak to the guild master here. Okay, let's have a look. How do I... There, I'd like to sell you some cattle. There it is. Okay, so as you can see, 6 cattle to sell. And so he's going to give me 834 for 6 of them. I'm not entirely sure if that's good. I think that's about right. I think that's about right, because the beef is probably going to be around the same price. So yeah, why not? Let's take it. Let's take it. I mean, I'm not going to really lose anything from that, am I? Okay, so let's just sell that. Let's be careful here as well. I don't want to sell anything that's too amazing, but we are just going to sell everything that we can here. Just going to sell all of this, actually. There we go. Sell all of that. Look at that. 8,000. Literally 8,000 gold from that. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, it really makes me want to... You know what? Is there some way that I can level up really fast? I guess the only thing that I can really do is maybe do some more dungeons. Maybe, I don't know, maybe attack some more Skaven, try to get kills myself. I'm not on a mount, of course, bear that in mind. I'm not on a mount, so maybe that provides me with a little bit of an extra disadvantage when going into these... when going into these field battles and things like that. I wouldn't mind actually going into the siege. So I'm just going to stick around here for a little bit of time, and then we'll go into the siege when they're a little bit weaker. These guys are wanting to gang up on me now, which is indeed another problem. We really don't want to have these guys gang up on us at all. That would be extremely annoying. So let's have a look. Can I actually get one of these guys actually into a battle just with me, rather than with their friends? Can I just get him only? Maybe? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Wait a minute. We might get lucky. I just got to be super careful here. Because the thing is, he's got a Cold One Knight as a prisoner, which wouldn't be terrible for me. Let's see if I can get him. Yeah, we got him. Okay, so now, unfortunately for me, the enemies here are actually looking really quite strong. They have some pretty high tier units, but unfortunately, it's also not giving me a huge amount of renown. So that's not exactly great, is it? No. Okay, wait. We got some hobgoblins coming in here. Okay, my crossbowmen should theoretically tear them apart, or they're just going to let them get away. Seems like the enemy is actually moving towards us. Okay, that's great. Oh, are they? I mean, the funny thing is, the caravan, right? The caravan was just like, nope, we're not going to move. We're not going to move at all, which was very frustrating. But I was kind of hoping that the patrol would be a little bit more aggressive. It seems like they are being a bit more aggressive. Yep. As you can see, they are actually coming in. Let's tell my forces to charge in now. And I'd like to get a couple of kills here. Oh, no, come on. Are you serious? Dark Ogre Lead Belcher stealing my kills? Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter that much. I mean, these hobgoblins are going to give me about 100 experience anyway. It's not really that dire for me to get the killing blow on these, to be honest. We are going to lose some Dread Knights here as well, which is kind of annoying. Kind of want my 12% chance to start proccing here. Here we go. Nice, nice. Nice, here we go. Yes. Absolutely perfect. Don't get killed now. Don't get killed. Very good. No, no, don't get killed. We're fine. As long as I get a couple of kills, I don't even mind dying at this point. Let's tell my archers to charge in now as well. It feels like where my infantry are just running in here by themselves, which is actually not very good. Let's see what the enemy is going to do as well, because obviously they have a huge amount of ranged troops. And it's actually quite funny, as I said. We have 3 in surgery skill, which is obviously not exactly great. But I feel like it's just not doing enough. As you can see, look at that. We've got 4 deaths. 4 deaths. Can I actually get some headshots? Not headshots, but we did get a kill at least. And these Chaos Dwarf crossbowmen are actually doing more damage than my crossbowmen. How is that even possible? I don't even know. But as you can see, they're actually eliminating a lot of my really, really good troops here. And I have no idea how that's even possible. They just have regular crossbows. They shouldn't be able to do that much damage, but they are. They are capable of doing that much damage, which is super weird. Anyway, there you go. We did get a Cold One Knight, which does allow us to replace some of our losses, which I suppose is decent-ish. And we got some more Dark Riders here as well, which is definitely something that I'm very pleased about getting. And otherwise, we got some good loot here, but the loot is really not that good, actually. Never mind. Ah, there we go. Corvus actually leveled up, and he gained 5 in Power Strike now. Wonderful. Alright, well, I'm basically just going to be exiting from here because they're no doubt going to be able to take the town without my assistance. I actually wanted to go in and actually just see what the architecture was like in the siege, but I think we've seen it before. Isn't that the one where I left, or was that the castle nearby to us? I think that might be the castle nearby. So maybe it would have been cool to go in there, but yeah, well, it doesn't really matter too much. As you can see, we basically got nothing for it, 330 gold, but we did get a good amount of experience. And we got a potion seller here. Ah, he has not restored his inventory just yet, which is very sad. Oh, every single time I find a potion seller, I'm always thinking to myself, oh yes, he's refreshed now. No, he hasn't. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.